So good morning dear cadets. So as you know, we are in the halogens group number 17. So yesterday I have completed so many important physical trends, especially oxidizing characters, okay, of halogens. Now today compounds of halogen. So in compounds of halogen, the first one is hydrides of halogen, okay. So what are the hydrides of halogen? HF, HCl, HBr, Hi, these are the hydrides of halogens. So when we are discussing the hydrides of halogen, so as usual means with the case of 15th group hydride, with the case of 16th group hydrides, there are so many properties, means what is their physical state, what is their thermal stability, what is their acidic character, what is their bond dissociation enthalpy, bond length order. There are so many properties. So just like them, we have to discuss all those things with the hydrides of halogen. Okay, so the first one is, the first property of hydride of halogen is physical state. Okay, so physical state, it is very clear here. HF is liquid, but HCl, HBr and Hi is gas. The first question is this one only, why HF is liquid and the rest other hydrides of halogen is gas. So explanation is written here. HF is liquid due to the presence of extensive hydrogen bonding, extensive intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Here extensive I wrote, you can write here extensive intermolecular hydrogen bonding, intermolecular hydrogen bonding. And you know, because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, there is the association of the molecules. Here you have seen, this is hydrogen bonding, zigzag structure. What is this one? Zigzag structure. I wrote here zigzag structure of HF. This is HF1 molecules. This is HF second molecules. This is HF third molecules. This is HF fourth molecules. And you know, hydrogen bonding is always established between most electronegative elements of one molecules and hydrogen of other molecules. So just see, F is negative, H is slightly positive. So hydrogen bonding is there. This side also hydrogen bonding would be there, and this side also hydrogen bonding would be there. So this is the extensive hydrogen bonding between HF molecules. So because of extensive hydrogen bonding, HF molecules associate, and due to association their physical state is liquid, while in case of HCl, HBr and Hi, what is there? Cl, Br and I, atomic size is large and electronegativity is less. That is why in HCl, HBr and Hi, intermolecular hydrogen bonding is not possible. That is why they are found in the gaseous state. What is the condition for the formation of hydrogen bond? The condition for the hydrogen bond formation is number one, the size of electronegative atom should be small, and size should be small and electronegativity should be high. So in HF, electronegative atom is F. So size is small and electronegativity is high. That is why in HF hydrogen bonding is possible. In rest cases Cl, Br and I, they are not fulfilling those conditions. That is why hydrogen bonding is not possible. So this is the reason behind their physical state, why HF is found in liquid state and the rest hydride is found in gaseous state. Now try to understand, there is one more associated questions. As far as boiling point is concerned, the boiling point of HF would be very high. HF is high boiling liquid. Why HF is high boiling liquid? It is high boiling liquid due to presence of hydrogen bonding only. So since hydrogen bonding is there, that is why HF is high boiling liquid. Okay, and rest others are not high boiling liquid. So this question you can also include. Now in this side box I wrote HCl has got great affinity for the water due to hydrogen bonding. Of course, in HCl molecules, means HCl and HCl, hydrogen bonding is not there, but HCl will form hydrogen bond with the water. Just see, I wrote here, this is water molecules, HOH, O negative, slightly negative. This is HCl, H is slightly positive, so hydrogen bonding is possible. Now try to understand, because of formation of hydrogen bond between HCl and water, HCl has got great affinity for the water, but here I wrote no intermolecular hydrogen bonding is possible between HCl molecules, but hydrogen bonding is possible between HCl and H2O. This is the only reason, that is why HCl has got great affinity for the water. So the first property, that is physical state of hydrides of halogen, is over. So dear cadets, there are some other characteristics of hydrides of halogen. That is, one by one entire blackboard is filled with my writing. Don't worry, one by one I will explain. Nature of bond, first one, means what is the nature of bond which is present between hydrogen and halogen atom in the hydride of halogen. So just see, what are the hydride? HF, HCl, HBr and HI. So just see, ionic character, okay, means this bond may be ionic. Just see how, just see, ionic character is like that. HF is having most ionic character, then HCl, then HBr and HI. So what we can say, ionic character is decreasing down the group. Just see, for the formation of ionic bond, what is the characteristics? What is the peculiarity? Number one should give electron easily and other should gain electron easily. Means one atom ionization enthalpy should be less, so that it easily can give the electron, and another one, electron affinity should be very high, so that it can gain the electron. So try to understand here, the electronegativity of F is higher, okay, and the size is also small. So in H and F bond, ionic character is there, okay. If you take the electron gain enthalpy, so electron gain enthalpy of chlorine is high, so ionic character should be here more. In HCl, ionic character should have been more, but size of fluorine is small, and size is also one of the criterion for the formation of ionic bond. Size of anion should be small, okay. So HF is having more ionic character than that of HCl, HBr and HI. As the size of halogen atom increases, their tendency to gain electron decreases. And in ionic compound, what should be there? One should give electron, other should take electron. So when the size of halogen increases, their tendency to gain electron decreases. That is why ionic character decreases. So now opposite of ionic character is covalent character. So down the group, ionic character decreases, it means covalent character increases. So the covalent character order is like that. HI is the most covalent, then HBr, then HCl and HF. Here I wrote the explanation. Down the group, ionic character decreases, but covalent character increases, because electronegativity decreases due to increase in size of halogen atom, resulting into decrease in polarity. So is the ionic character. So just try to understand. Now last year I taught you polarity. What is the meaning of polarity? Polarity arises in covalent compound due to difference in electronegativity of two bonded atom. If difference between two bonded atom in terms of electronegativity is 1.7, then they will have 50% ionic character and 50% covalent character. If electronegativity difference between two bonded atom increases beyond 1.7, then it will be predominating ionic. If less than 1.7 is there, so that is the covalent. So try to understand, in HF case what is happening? Electronegativity difference between H and F is beyond 1.7, that is why it is ionic, and the rest all are having less than 1.7, that is why they are covalent. Always remember, polarity is the extreme case of ionic bond. If polarity is more, compound will have the ionic character. If polarity is less, compound will have the covalent character, okay. So when the size increases, polarity decreases. You understand the meaning of polarity? Polarity is the property. What is that one? Polarity is the property when two bonded atoms acquire partially positive and partially negative charge. polarity arises in the molecules due to difference in the electronegativity of two bonded atom. So more polarity means near to the ionic compound or ionic character, less polarity near to the covalent character. Okay, so this is the reason. So Hi is most covalent and HF is most ionic. Okay, now next one is bond length. Okay, bond length, you know the meaning, the internuclear distance between two bonded atom. So as the size of halogen atom increases, the internuclear distance between two bonded atom increases. Actually bond length is the half of the internuclear distance between two bonded atom. So as the size increases, so iodine is the halogen which is having highest size. So this is the bond length order. Explanation: due to increase in the size of halogen atom. Next one is bond dissociation enthalpy. Always remember, bond length and bond dissociation enthalpy is inversely related with each other. If bond length is more, bond dissociation enthalpy will be less. So are you getting my point or not? Bond length more means bond dissociation enthalpy will be less. Okay, so Hi is having most bond length, so bond dissociation enthalpy will be least. Just see Hi. So just see, the bond dissociation enthalpy and bond length is inversely related. So HF is here having least bond length, so the bond dissociation enthalpy will be highest. Okay, in another way also you can understand, bond dissociation enthalpy is the amount of energy which is required to break the bond which is present between two bonded atom. Now try to understand, between H and F, their size is small and they have got the ionic character. So the bond which is formed between H and F, that is strong. So when it is strong, more amount of energy is needed to break that one. That is why bond dissociation enthalpy of HF is highest. In Hi case, what is there? The bond which is formed between H and I due to bigger size of iodine atom, Hi bond is weak. That is why less amount of energy is needed to break that bond. So due to increase in size of halogen atom, their bond dissociation enthalpy decreases. Okay, so this is their explanation is also written here. Okay, now just see thermal stability. New property is thermal stability. What is the meaning of thermal stability? Tendency to withstand the heat, bear the heat. So HF, HCl, HBr and Hi. In HF, hydrogen bonding is there, that is why it can withstand more amount of heat. So due to presence of hydrogen bonding in HF, this can withstand more heat. Next one is the reducing character. What is the next one? Reducing character. What is the meaning of reducing character? Tendency to furnish nascent hydrogen. What is there? Nascent hydrogen. So okay, just see HF, HCl, HBr and Hi. This is the order. Means Hi is furnishing nascent hydrogen easily. In HF, hydrogen bonding is there, so their hydrogen bond is involved in the formation of hydrogen bond, so they are not free to come out. But in Hi, what is there? Due to bigger size of iodine atom, Hi bond is weak. That is why very easily it can furnish the H, nascent hydrogen. Don't say H positive. Nascent means hydrogen atom. That is why it is having most reducing character. Explanation is written here. Due to bigger size of I atom, the bond between H and I becomes weak. Hence furnish H easily. I wrote here H. I have not written here H positive. So this is the explanation of reducing character. The last and the most important one is the acidic character. What is the meaning of acidic character? Is to remove H positive. In acidic character, H positive is there, and in reducing character, H atom is there. Nascent hydrogen atom is there. So acidic character of hydride of halogen can be explained on the basis of two concepts. First one is the electronegativity, second one is the bond dissociation enthalpy. Okay, so electronegativity difference, if present more between two bonded atoms, so the covalent bond become polar, and polar bond is always weaker bond. So when it is weak, easily it will furnish the H positive. Okay, so according to electronegativity difference, the order of acidic strength is this one: HF, HCl, HBr and Hi. HF, HCl, HBr and Hi. Correct or not? Means the highest acidic character HF will have, then HCl, then HBr, then Hi. Okay. That is the on the basis of electronegativity concept. But try to understand here contradiction is there. Why? Because in HF hydrogen bonding is there. So because of hydrogen bonding, their H atom will be involved in the formation of hydrogen bond. So that is not free to come out. That is why this electronegativity concept is not correct. Okay. The next concept came, that is the bond dissociation enthalpy. According to bond dissociation enthalpy, what should be there? Weaker the bond, greater will be the acidic strength. Okay. And now try to understand, the size of iodine atom is large. So the bond which is formed between H and I, that is weak. Since it is weak, so by giving small amount of energy, H positive can be eliminated, H positive can be taken out. That is why according to bond dissociation enthalpy, the acidic order strength is Hi, HBr, HCl and Hi. The most acidic hydrogen halide is Hi. Okay. Explanation: due to bigger size of I, Hi bond become weak, hence furnish H positive easily. I wrote here. Okay. So always remember, the acidic character should always explain, acidic character of hydrogen halide always explain on the basis of bond dissociation enthalpy. Again I am putting here cross mark, and I wrote here conclusion also. Acidic character of hydrides of halogen can only be explained on the basis of bond dissociation enthalpy. Okay. So bond it is very easy. Bond which is formed between H and iodine atom is weak. Okay. Due to bigger size of iodine atom. Hence by giving a small amount of energy, Hi bond can be dissociated into H positive and I. Means Hi will furnish H positive easily. That is why it is acidic, in most acidic in character. And conclusion also I wrote, and the final order is this one: Hi, HBr, HCl and HF. Once again I am telling you, and this is the most important. And now they in the exam simply they will give you the name of hydride, and on the basis of their physical state, on the basis of reducing character, on the basis of acidic character, you have to arrange them either in terms of increasing order or decreasing order. Always remember, while solving increasing and decreasing order, always use the sign, greater or small sign. Okay, so that confusion will not arise. Okay, so always remember the acidic character of hydrogen halide always explained on the basis of bond dissociation enthalpy. On the basis of electronegativity, it should never be explained, because according to electronegativity, HF should have been the highest acidic character, but it is contradictory, because in HF what is there? Hydrogen bonding is there. So because of hydrogen bonding, their H will be involved in the formation of hydrogen bond. Then how it can come out? It can't be come out. So electronegativity concept, difference in the electronegativity between hydrogen and fluorine or halogen atom, that is not a criteria to explain the acidic character of hydrogen halide. Bond dissociation enthalpy is the criteria. Why time and again I am emphasizing the need to explain this one or learn this one, understand this one? Because you see the last year question paper, almost every alternative year they ask the order of acidic strength of hydrogen halide. Okay, so I have done my bit. Now this is yours, onus. So dear cadets, now let us move to the another compound of halogen, that is oxides of halogen. So oxides of halogen, first write fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. And now just see. Now here write the oxidation state: +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6, +7. Fluorine is forming two oxides, that is O2F2 and OF2. In O2F2, its oxidation state is fluorine is +1 only. Okay, +1. Here, what is the oxidation state of oxygen in here? Oxygen oxidation state is +1 only. F2 is 2. O2 is also 2. So fluorine require 2 electron. Fluorine require 2 electron. And now 2 oxygen is giving 2 electrons. So 1 oxygen will give 1 electron. So the oxidation state of oxygen is here +1. Here oxidation state of oxygen is +2. And don't get confused, here +1, +2, +3 I wrote. Here fluorine is -1. Here -1 only in those cases. This is the +1 with respect to oxygen. Always remember, isn't it? Halogens are negative only. But I am talking of fluorine. Chlorine and other, they can form the positive oxidation state oxides. Okay. Already you know the oxidation state. Okay. Fluorine is the only halogen which exhibit only -1 oxidation state. It never exhibit the positive oxidation state. So don't get confused. This +1, +2, that is the oxidation state of fluorine. Okay. Oxidation state of oxygen. Fluorine is -1 and -1 here also, -1 here also. Okay. So only 2 oxides of fluorine is known. Chlorine, these are the oxide. Cl2O, what is the oxidation state of chlorine? +1. ClO2 +4. Cl2O6 +6. Cl2O7 +7. So these are the oxides of chlorine. What about the oxides of bromine? Br2O, BrO2, BrO3, bromine monoxide, bromine dioxide, bromine trioxide. Okay. Iodine, just see, oxidation state already I wrote this side. Iodine is forming these 4 oxide, I2O3, I2O4, I2O5, I2O7. Iodine trioxide, iodine tetroxide, iodine pentoxide, iodine heptoxide. Okay. So the oxidation state of iodine is here, just see, respectively I wrote here. And I2O3, I2O4, I2O5, they are used as a oxidizing agent. And now some points related with the oxides of halogens. Just see, O2F2 is not stable at room temperature. Okay. OF2 is stable at room temperature. They are used as a fluorinating agent. O2F2 is a better fluorinating agent but cannot be stored. Fluorine is used in nuclear spent to convert leftover plutonium into PuF2. So just see, fluorine is a very important element because spent light, do you understand the meaning of spent light is means the in nuclear reactor, after the use of fuel, whatever waste is coming out, that is known as nuclear spent. In that nuclear spent, some leftover plutonium is there, and you know these are the radioactive substance. They pollute our environment, so their treatment is needed. So for treating the nuclear spent, fluorine is used. Now for fluorine, to obtain fluorine, fluorinating compound should be there. So OF2, this dissociate into O2 plus F2. So this plutonium and F2, they will form PuF2. Okay. So now your leftover, this is plutonium is present in the nuclear spent, SPENT. So nuclear, here what is the meaning of nuclear spent? Means nuclear spent is the waste which is generated after the use of any material. So plutonium is getting converted into PuF2. Now this plutonium will not pollute our environment and this can be stored. Okay. Now so this is all about the oxides of fluorine. What about the oxides of chlorine? Cl2O, ClO2, they are oxidizing agent. They are used for oxidizing wood pulp and paper pulp. Already wrote here. Br2O3, Br2O, BrO2. Okay, they are very good oxidizing agent because they are unstable. So since Br2O3, Br2O, BrO2, they are unstable, so they dissociate and furnish nascent oxygen. That is why they are oxidizing agent. I2O3, I2O4, I2O5, they are powerful oxidizing agent. Why they are powerful oxidizing agent? Same reason, they are unstable, very easily they furnish the nascent oxygen. Okay, there is a one specialized use of I2O5. I2O5 is used in testing of carbon monoxide. And do you know carbon monoxide is silent killer? What is there? Silent killer. It is tasteless, odorless and colorless gas. So even if it is present in our environment or surrounding, we cannot detect its presence. So I2O5 is used in the detection of carbon monoxide. How? I2O5 plus 5CO. What is written here? 5CO. So 5CO2 plus I2. Okay. So now just see, carbon monoxide, that is only harmful. Carbon dioxide is not that much harmful. So I2O5, because of its oxidizing agent property, it is converting carbon monoxide into carbon dioxide. Okay. And moreover to this, you just see, iodine is used in iodized salt also. What is the meaning of iodized salt? In iodized salt, NaCl is there plus one iodine salt, that is Ki is there. So iodized salt means NaCl plus Ki. Okay, this is there. Now stability of oxides of iodine, chlorine and bromine. So the order of stability of oxides of iodine, chlorine and bromine is like that. So dear cadets, now last topic of today's video, stability of the oxides of halogen. Okay, so this is the order: oxides of iodine, oxides of chlorine and oxides of bromine. Now the oxides of fluorine we have not taken into account, because very less number of oxides of fluorine is known, and you know that they are unstable only. So there is a order. This is the order: oxides of iodine is the most stable, then oxides of chlorine, then oxides of bromine. Means there is no continuous order. Okay, if iodine is the most stable, then in second category bromine should be there, then chlorine, then fluorine oxides. But what is there after iodine oxides? Oxides of chlorines are there. Okay, so just see here. Okay, explanation: why oxides of iodines are more stable? The oxides of iodine are more stable due to high polarizing power of I. Just see, the size of iodine is the largest, and last year Fajan rule you have studied. What is this one? Greater the size of anion, greater will be the polarizability. Greater will be the polarizability, and greater will be the covalent character. Okay, mostly except the oxides of fluorine, all oxides of halogens are covalent in nature. So the oxides of iodine, they are having most covalent character, and this is due to bigger size of iodine. Its polarizability is very high. Okay, that is why covalent character in oxides of iodine is more. Let it be I2O3, I2O4, I2O5 or I2O7. That is why number is also more only. That is why iodine oxides are stable. Okay, then according to this rule, the next one should be the bromine, because bromine after iodine, bromine is the largest. Okay, but see, in the bromine I will tell what is happening. Next one is oxides of chlorine. Oxides of chlorine are stable due to presence of d orbital, which helps in the multiple bond formation. Just see, in chlorine oxide, the bonding atoms are chlorine and oxygen. Okay, chlorine and oxygen. In oxygen, what is there? D orbital is not there, but in chlorine, D orbital is there. Okay, so the presence of D orbital in chlorine helps the chlorine and iodine to form the multiple bond. Okay, that is why they are stable. Now, what is the problem with the bromine? The problem with the bromine is, of course, bromine is having d orbital. Of course, the size of bromine is greater than chlorine. But try to understand, when bromine atom overlap with oxygen. So the overlapping orbital of bromine is 4d and overlapping orbital of oxygen is 2p. Then what is there? What is there? Mismatch is there. Energy difference is there. Because of this energy difference, effective overlapping is not there. What is there? Effective overlapping is not there between 4d orbital of bromine and 2p orbital of oxygen. That is why the bond which is formed that become weak. Now you can say, sir, same is the case with iodine. Okay, there also ineffective overlapping is there because a lot of energy difference is there between iodine and O. Okay, iodine 5d, iodine here 5d orbital and oxygen 2p. So there also energy difference is there, na? But try to understand. The size of iodine is bigger. That is why what is there? Polarizability is more. Okay, so the polarizability criteria overcome the energy difference between 5d and 2p orbital of iodine and oxygen. So that nullified that character. Effective overlapping concept. Polarizability is the criteria. This is the reason. So this is the order of stability of oxides of halogens. The last one is reactivity of halogen towards the metal. Okay, so here the meaning of M means metal. Metal means two types of metal: monovalent metal like lithium, sodium, potassium; divalent metal like calcium, magnesium. Okay, these are divalent metal. So try to understand. If you take individual example, so here lithium fluoride, lithium chloride, lithium bromide, lithium iodide. Okay, are you getting? Here M I took F2. So here the meaning of this one is I took here M equal to here calcium, magnesium, calcium, magnesium. Now if M equal to lithium, so they will have LiF, NaF, like that it will be there, or NaCl. Okay, or similar you can take LiCl, LiBr. So already I wrote here M equal to metal like LiNAK, M dash you take, M dash equal to what is there? Ca, divalent metal, calcium and magnesium. So here M equal to calcium, magnesium. Okay, so just try to understand here. There are two important observations here. What are those two important observations? The compound of lithium, the compound of fluorine. Compound of fluorine is ionic, while the compound of iodine is covalent. Compound of iodine is covalent. This is the important observation. Let it be metal monovalent or divalent. Okay, monovalent means lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium. Divalent means beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium. Okay, so all the metal compound of halogen means fluorine compound of metal and iodine compound of metal. Fluorine compound of metal, they are ionic in character, and iodine compound of metal, they are covalent in character. Why? Fajan rule only. Just see, I wrote here fluorine compound like LiF is ionic, but iodine compound like Lii is covalent. Last year you studied this one. Okay, in S block element. Explanation: smaller the size of cation and greater the size of anion, greater will be the polarizability, hence greater will be the covalent character. Now try to understand. Iodine is anion, their size is large, so its polarizability is more, while the size of cation, that is lithium, their size is small, so their polarizing power is high. What is the meaning of polarizability and polarizing power? Polarizing power means distorting the electron cloud of an ion so that it can share electron with me, okay, with itself. Okay, so polarizing power of cation is more, that is lithium, and polarizability of iodine is more, that is why sharing of electron would be there and they will have covalent character. Vice versa is also applicable. Suppose greater the size of cation, okay, and smaller the size of anion, then smaller will be the polarizing power and greater will be the ionic character. Okay, so in fluorine case what is there? Size is small or not? Size is small. Whose size is small? Anion size is small. Means you just reverse this sentence, smaller the size of cation. Okay, so here write greater the size of cation, here write smaller the size of anion, then in place of covalent character iodine character would be there. So size of fluorine is small or not? So its polarizability is not highest, not high, so it will have ionic character. Okay, in this way the duration of today's video is over. Now this, especially the last case, you studied in last year also. Thank you.